Hey guys, welcome to the second edition of The Breakdown. Hope you enjoyed catching up with try scorer Jono Lance last week, but this week we're joined by a fan favourite, Tatafu Polota-Nau. Taf, thanks for joining us, mate.
Thank you, Meaksy.
Now, first question of the day. How'd you find your first game playing for the Road Safety Western Force?
My first game for the Road Safety Western Force was a privilege to be a part of, especially against my old foe, the Waratahs. It was a bit nerve-wracking going into the away change rooms, as I was used to the home change rooms for such a long period of my career. But at the same time, I really felt privileged to put on the black swan of the Western Force and get out there.
Fantastic. Now, Taf, the community rugby, we've seen you involved in it extensively so far. How important is the community rugby to us?
The community rugby is really important. They're our core support, and it's our job to make sure that we get them attracted to the sport that we love playing. I remember growing up as a young kid, looking up to all the rugby heroes back in my day. It'll be the same sort of feeling for them as well.
Couldn't agree more. Now, Taf, you previously stated that you want to be the best hooker in Australia. Is that still the motivation? And do you still want to put on that gold jersey?
Absolutely. I think it's the motivation for any rugby player in Australia to put on the green and gold jersey.
Polota-Nau.
At the same time, it's also a great challenge here at the Road Safety Western Force. All three hookers have crossed my path and I've always tried to smash them, but at the same time it's also a great challenge to work alongside them and put on our best foot forward for the Road Safety Western Force.
So Taf, Thursday night, first home game, NIB Stadium, the potential matchup of yourself and Stephen Moore, is that something that excites you?
Absolutely. I really have a good relationship with Stephen Moore, particularly working together with the Wallabies. But there's no better feeling going against him if there's the opportunity to get the upper hand on him, especially working with him for so long.
Great. And another exciting matchup that I think we should talk about, Curtis Rona and Samu Karevi in the centres. How do you feel that one will play out?
Oh, this will be very exciting. Both centres are really exciting with ball in hand and have great footwork as well. There's nothing better than getting your head up from a scrum, seeing their footwork just doing some razzle-dazzle, particularly when Curtis Rona gets in his hands and scores a try for the Road Safety Western Force. No better feeling.
Can't wait to see that one play out. Now we're on to our fan question for the week. Daniel from Scarborough's written in, Taf. You've been here for a couple of months now. Who's the most interesting player in the squad that you've met thus far?
Great question, Daniel. And Scarborough is the #1 suburb in Perth. In saying that, back to your question, the most interesting player I've known so far is Jermaine Ainsley. He's a tight end prop, but one thing about Jermaine is that he's got one expression for so many emotions. You don't know whether he's happy, sad, good or bad. He just has that one expression. It goes like this.
Fantastic. Now, Taf, on to the most important question of the week. What would be your road safety tip for all our fans out there?
My road safety tip for all the fans out there. We all use our mobile phones, but it's really important when we drive to put it away. Your friends can wait, your life cannot. Stay focused on the road and get to your destination as safe as possible.
Taf, thanks so much for joining us, mate, and best of luck on Thursday night against the Reds.
Thank you, Meaksy. Thank you for having me.
No dramas. Right, that wraps up the second edition of The Breakdown. Look forward to catching up with you next week and seeing you at NIB Stadium this Thursday night. Cheers. Taf, thanks for joining us, mate. Oh. I got that. That's a blooper.